Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another exciting episode of Victory in the West. I am Bridger, and today we are heading back to Italy, the Volturno line. The first of many such defensive lines prepared by the Germans for our invasion. Let's do this. Oops. Alright. I do have a fun addition today. I was able to get it working. The Germans have been establishing defensive lines. We knew that. The following units have been reconstituted. The 46th British Infantry Division. Ugh, we must have lost them. That might have been the one we lost near Salerno. I don't understand why it only shows the same tip every time. Seems a little weird. So, we've made our way north. Here's Salerno. That's where we landed. Oh, this is interesting. We did make it all the way to the Sangro River in the last game. Remember, we got that particular objective. We didn't breach the Gustav line, which is why we're starting the scenario here, but we do have an edge on this part of the scenario. So apparently, D and C will help us in future scenarios. We'll have further progress at the beginning of those scenarios. That's going to be interesting. Okay, so our objectives: Garigliano River. I mean, we're so close to it. It seems like it should be easy, but of course it's not. Obviously, this damned river is going to be a beast. We started with control of this objective, which is good. So this one needs to be done in 3 turns. This is a short scenario. That needs to be done in 4 turns. And then bonus objectives include breaching the Gustav line over here. And the one that we have to take on turn 1 is Campobasso. Well, that looks possible. So obviously we've got... Well, what do we have for terrain here? 2 broken bridges, the ones that we technically repaired on the previous scenario. But I guess the end of that scenario is not canon. There are a couple other bridges that we can take maybe before they blow them. That's the reason we try to take Campobasso, I believe. So, to that extent, it would be nice if we had some armor that could go... And we know what we kind of do. We have this British armored unit that could just kind of go right around behind all of them and take... Is that their only supply? No, unfortunately it's not. We'd also have to somehow cut this supply here to get all of them out of supply. Otherwise they can just... can they trace over a broken bridge? No, they won't be able to trace over a broken bridge. So they won't get full supply from that. I think they still get some supply across the river, though. Even if you don't have trucks. Pretty sure you still get some supply across a river. You know, well, we can find that out, right? If we delete this truck and put it somewhere else, we can see... Well, it looks like the supply only travels within clear hexes of the railhead. So that's what it comes to. And so what that means is this and this are supplying everybody over here unless they're sitting directly on a railhead connected back this way. This is their main supply route down to this pocket. And that pocket's going to be real hard to take. They're actually better on offense than they are on defense. And they've got, what are those, recon cars. Those don't have any specialists. And this one has a tiger. Holy moly. Okay. And over here, and they're all pretty veteran too. I mean, we've got some good veteran troops also. So here's what we're going to want to do. We'll zoom out a little bit here. And we'll implement... There we go. I don't know why that wasn't working earlier. It's still not working. had it working last night, but now it's not. Oh well, let's just play without it. Ah, yeah. That is way behind. This is all I've wanted to do. There we go. Let's see if it'll do it. Nope. Cursor's all messed up now. Alright, screw it. I wanted to draw on the screen, but I can't draw on the screen. So we'll just have to detach this armor. And to that effect, I think we should be able to buy some prestige steps. What do they call them? Paid step. Or specialist. We do have a bunch of UK armor and infantry available. This guy is actually going to be instrumental in our push behind them, I think. So do we have any good specialists we could send along? Maybe Commando Special Forces would be good. And priests would not be terrible. The problem with the priests is that they don't help a lot with regards to being out of range of the British 8th headquarters, and we're probably going to be out of range of the HQ unless we move it to a very particular location. So maybe we don't give them priest. Maybe instead we give them Churchill. So that's an extra bit of attack and defense and extra armor there. Alright, that's probably as much as I want to give them. Now, all of the Americans on this line should have some artillery. And maybe engineers wouldn't be terrible either. So that these guys can attack across a river. We only have the one, though. So let's not give it to these guys. Let's give them the 25-pounders. Let's give these guys the engineers. And these guys already have priests. Maybe they could just use a little extra armor. Aside from that, I think we're good. I think we'll save the prestige now. Because this looks like it's going to be a tough slog. Unless we can get maybe another infantry step here. Can we get infantry steps? Yes. For cheap, actually. Maybe we can get another artillery step? No, that doesn't seem necessary. And we've got an elite infantry unit here that doesn't actually have much to do. Yeah, I think we're good on step... I think we want to save the rest of this. What do we have for cards available? I probably should have used the Elite Replacements card, huh? Oh well. We've also got one extra Saturation Strike. I mean, we could use that for this, couldn't we? Right here? Hit everybody around it? That could be real good, actually. I'll strongly consider that. Now, the only other thing... We've got lots of trucks available, which is good news. Yeah, I'm definitely going to move these trucks around. This one's not a great use. Instead, I want one on this side of this river. Actually, it can be as far as here for the push north. And then I want another one here. So that one will cover all of those sections. This covers the rest of that. Good. This covers the rest of that. And if we need to drop one in the north, we certainly can. We're probably going to want put further up this road here. But that's it for the supply network. What about for the HQs? Is this where we want the British 8th HQ? I think it is, because I want it to follow these guys if possible. And in that case, I could give them priests. Or just an extra armored car for... yeah, you know what? If they're going to be pushing through, extra armored cars are great. Let's do that instead of the priests. Perfect. Okay, now we're really saving the rest of that prestige. For reals. Except that these guys could use something. Alright, now I'm really saving it. For reals. Okay. But you know, if I don't spend it, what's the point? What's point is to upgrade the HQs later. Anyway. Checking in. Nobody in the chat just yet. I think we're ready to go unless we want to move the US 5th HQ. But to be honest, that's got a nice long range. Oh, these are all British on this side, huh? These guys are going to get out of HQ range if they help push up here. Honestly, I think the British are mostly going to push in from this side. I'm going to leave the HQ there, but I think we're going to wind up moving it over here before too long. Like, we can break this eventually, but we don't need that right away. What do we need to break it, though? These artillery steps would definitely do the trick. If we could get them flanked around the side here, then we could hit this with the 2 artillery, or maybe a the anti-entrenchment ability, followed by artillery, followed by an armored attack. Okay. So I think we're good on HQ placement. I think we're ready for a saturation strike. I mean, they are dug in. So I don't think we can do a set-piece attack across a river, right? Oh, we actually can. So let's try to reduce their entrenchment. Success. Before the saturation strike. This only has a small chance to reduce the entrenchment. Oh, he was rear guard. Crap. Well, we're still going to do the saturation strike because I think he recalled to here. Maybe we don't do the saturation strike. Maybe we do a regular bombing attack here. Damn it. We're not going to be able to get across that river, are we? No. Ick. Ick, ick, ick. I was really just setting up for a saturation strike for an attack next turn. Well, maybe I hit these guys with a saturation strike then and make that my main avenue of advance. Okay. Well, it didn't hit the guys next to him, like I'd hoped, but it did really reduce that armor. Oh, we only got one. Damn it. Now, we can do a set-piece attack here. Let's actually do the set-piece attack with this army. Ugh, not a very good chance. Suppressive fire doesn't even have a good chance. Because of the entrenchment? Well, we're going to try the set-piece attack and see what happens. Or a pinning strike we can definitely do, but the set-piece attack we've got to remove... Oh, it's a rear guard anyway, so that's good. And we can hit these guys again. Yes, because we overran them. And we can take the bridge. Whew, that's very valuable. Now, these guys can actually back up and let the armor push forward. Oh, no they can't. Damn it. I guess the armor has to go there now. Took more area around it because of the... Can these guys get behind? I think they can try. Yeah, those are mountains, though, so it's going to be rough doing, but they can get back to here. They are out of supply. If we give an extra truck here, does that help them? Yes, it does. It'll help them this turn. Alright. So, that's not great. This isn't great. That's not great. Yeah, these guys actually have an okay shot, but not a great one. We can't get across the damn river. Well, we can do a regular bombing attack here, and then that might be enough to give us better odds in this attack. Alright, it worked out. We didn't lose anybody. Now, does the American HQ have enough left to repair the bridges? Nope. Nope, it doesn't. We used it all. But it was probably worth it. The British HQ... Oh, it actually has engineers we can give to somebody. Who's going to need to cross? It's crossing rivers and entrenchment, right? Oh, there's the engineers. It negates an entrenchment shift and reduces the defender's entrenchment. Since they've got a lot of entrenchment up here, it does seem like not a terrible idea to give the engineers to somebody up here. The armor? Or the infantry? I think the armor is going to make the actual attacks. It's going to have better odds. And then we actually do have an infantry step we can give to somebody, and I think it can be these guys. These are free ones that were reconstituted after a previous fight. What about the Americans? They have free French, and they have a bunch of armor steps that they can't actually give out because we don't have infantry to go with it. Alright. So. That's bad. We'll just push these guys. Oh, I didn't see we had armor way down here, too. Also part of the British 8th. So these guys will do the set-piece attack, and then these guys can do the punch. These guys, I kind of have them dedicated to going and taking the Gustav line and the main objectives. So it is what it is. Let's see who hasn't moved. These guys haven't moved, but they also haven't really got anywhere to go. Yeah, we're not making that attack. I'm disappointed I didn't save any to get over that river this next turn. I mean, we'll get over the river next turn, probably get both of these hexes, but the bridge won't be repaired until the turn after that. So let's see what happens. What have they got for us? Wow. Oh, they blew that bridge. Bastards. So we'll have to repair all three of those. And I'm going to do that first. At the very least, I'm going to repair the 2. Or maybe the 1. Do I need 2? See, I definitely need this one. I'm not sure this one has a lot of value if they've pulled back, but actually it kind of does. That means this one doesn't really. So these guys are still waiting for the set-piece attack, which is coming soon. To a set piece near you. These guys were out of supply last turn, which is saddening. we going to need another truck? Can we put one on this road right here? It's actually coming off of this here, so yes. Yes, we can. Which actually raises the question, do I need the extra one here anymore? I think the answer is no. Not right now. We'll make it available for maneuvers. Okay, so the thing is, oh, we will get an attack here if we go across. These guys won't really, but we'll take the other side of the river. Then everybody else can at least move up one space. And over on this side, let's bomb that. Ugh, the mountains didn't work out for us, but 2 KIA and cornered. It looked like we lost something there. Yeah, we lost our armored cars. Damn it. Armored cars, they're armored recon. They're more likely to take losses than the other specialists because they wind up first in the list. But it is what it is. It means we didn't lose an armor step, which is good. I mean, this is really congested here. I don't know what this step is doing. Where did this come from? Anyway, I think we're kind of stuck now. I don't think we can do anything else. Let's look. I think we're... Ugh. Everything's going to come down to this third turn where we need to get that spot. And we're going to have probably a decent shot at it. We'll probably be able to overrun these guys and hit the Gargliano River. All right. Checking to make sure we're not missing anybody. Oh. These guys can actually go up here, and now these guys can come forward and... Yeah, they took a hit, but it was probably worth it hitting them while they're weak. Now, is it worth doing like... just a feint attack? Oh, we got an upgrade for our CP. We could specialize in emergency supply or in no retreat. Emergency supply seems better. And, all right, Volturno line. This one's rough. Wait, who's out of supply here? Ah, I thought we put down that truck. I guess we didn't actually put the truck down. We thought about it. We didn't hit enter. Now we're ready to go. Oh, no, we're not. Who else is out of supply? Oh, the people across the river are technically out of supply. That's awful. I thought that they'd have some supply because the bridges would fix. Oh, boy. Unless we just don't have enough truck. Yes. Okay, the problem was the not enough truck. Okay, good. We definitely needed those people to get their supply, otherwise the artillery would not be ready. It's okay, they did some suppression damage back to him. Unfortunately, they lost their artillery. So that's really not going to allow... Well, these guys can move out of the way. These guys can do this. And the armor can come across. No, the armor can't come across? Oh, it can. Okay, now we've got to figure out Yeah, that should do. Only got the one. Well, bomber's got to do the rest. Overrun / retreat. He didn't leave. Get out of here. No retreat nonsense. They're trapped. They can't go any further, but at least these guys can. Oh, and immediately we want to repair the bridge going to the Gustav line. We've only got the 1 point left. We can't repair this bridge? Why can't we repair this bridge? It's broken. I can see it. I want to repair it. Is it technically out of our range? I want to click this. Ah. Well, that's really annoying. I guess we might be at max range. Hopefully engineering comes back next turn. Anyway, we do have some people that can fill this gap. I think we need to keep pushing with these guys. Ooh, we lost a step. Alright, now over here, the armor can overrun these guys because they're suppressed. We got some veterancy. Unfortunately, we didn't actually overrun them. Ooh, it actually worked. Yeah, I mean, this is a lot harder than I thought it would be over here. Because they did that rear guard action and they fell back to even more defensible terrain. That's pretty rough. Now, we can finally do a set piece attack over here. But it doesn't even have a great chance of reducing... We got it. We reached it. Excellent. There's still... Oh, that weather is bad. What was weather? H? No. G? No, G was the fog of war. Oh, there we go. Damn, look at that. I don't know how much the weather changes, but that's been negatively affecting all of our attacks. Like, 2 shifts is huge. The armor can't actually get up here, so this has wound up turning into a pretty big disaster. I need the infantry to go into the mountains so that the armor can come in and at least be close. Ugh, I don't think we're going to do this as very well. I don't think we're going to get any of these advanced areas. But you know, them's the breaks. We have all these people, and the mountains just prevent us from really taking advantage of it. Maybe the weather will clear up next turn. In the meantime, let's check our supply. We do have somebody out of supply here, and we have a truck available. So let's add a truck. Geez, even 2 trucks doesn't make it. They're just out of supply over those mountains. Ugh. Is there a place we could put a truck that does make it? Like here? No. Just can't go over the mountains. They're just kind of trapped there. Whew. That means they're not going to get their artillery back, so it's a complete waste. I mean, I was moving them here because I wanted these guys to move up. That's too bad. Alright. Yeah, I know. I screwed up. Put them out of supply behind the mountains. They didn't do anything. Alright. Well, now... breaching the Gustav line is now the one that looks like it's going to be the hardest. But so is this up here. And they went out of supply. Ugh. They're out of supply, so we definitely need to drop a truck here to help them. Oops, I didn't actually do that, did I? I have to confirm it. There we go. Let's try dropping a bomb on them. Hey, look at that. And they're cornered. Aha! Took some prisoners. I don't think they should attack. Well, you know, we've got extra. Let's attack. We only suppressed 3 of them. Damn. Ooh, specializing a pinning attack seems good. Getting an extra command point, though, gives you more versatility. Let's do it. Now, the Americans, which for some reason, maybe we can't repair a bridge if there's somebody directly on the other side. That must be the answer. The only reason we've been kind of able to do it in the past is because of, oof. Yeah, they're entrenched over there, those bastards. Alright, well that kind of worked, but we can't get anybody across the damn bridge now, but at least we can repair it, right? Yes. Okay, that's good. Now, how's the British HQ for range? These guys are out of range anyway. Ugh. Okay, so they just need to come back in supply. Alright, the armor's still able to do some damage there, but there we go. They're still holding! They've got probably a no-retreat order on them. Ugh. Alright, I think I made room for this army to come up. Ooh, ooh, we can cross the river. That's pretty good. Can we get them supplied? Yes. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. So the thing defending the Gustav line now is a fairly weak Panzergrenadier division. So that I think we can get. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this up here. I think we're going to use the next air attack up there, and that's the best we're going to be able to do, because they are entrenched. They are really entrenched, and I think we lost the engineers that was part of the armored attack there. I don't think we're going to be able to get quite that far. Damn it. They're going to hold. We will breach the Gustav line, though. That seems good. Alright, let's check what we're missing. Oh, they can actually do something, but not very effectively. Alright. Well, it can't be perfect. We put a lot of our resources into getting to the Gustav line. Oh, wow. They actually have reinforcements over there. And supply was disrupted in 2 places. Oh, gosh. That's kind of bad. Oh, we got supply back. That's good. Now, supply does extend over there. A little late, but... Oh, we can get these prisoners. Excellent. But, we're going to move out of the way so that somebody else can get into position to attack. Yeah, we don't want to do that anyway. Ah, no. It's either the armor or these guys. Ugh, I think we got to get the Gustav line. It's our best option. I thought these guys were weaker than this. Yes! Okay, the armor's now got the best shot. There we go. We breached the Gustav line. And I don't think they've got anything to come back against us with. Whew. Alright. Now in the north, we basically have no shot here. We tried anyway, but it was no dice. So instead, we're just going to, you know... get some XP, and call it a day. End of the scenario. Now, that was a short one, so I think we're going to do another. Primary objectives taken on time. We didn't get a medal this time. Alright, this is the last one, Monte Cassino. Oh... Allied forces are stuck along the Gustav line. That's not true. I penetrated it. String of carefully prepared German defensives stretching from the Tyrrhenian to the Adriatic. Bad weather limits the effect of Allied air supremacy. You got that right. I got to check the weather each turn to see what I'm fighting uphill against. They stopped us cold. The entirety of the front in more than one sense. The cursed mud is now joined by snow at higher altitudes, but all is not doom and gloom, Commander. They freed up large amounts of shipping to launch Operation Shingle. Heavy attacks on the Gustav line combined with these landings behind our enemy's front line will hopefully cause the Gustav line to crumble. Alright, we've reconstituted some extra forces. We didn't lose any forces last round, I don't think. We get an HQ upgrade for taking... Pescara this turn. Oh, hang on. There's some news. Just popped up. June 9th is when EU4 Emperor comes out. I don't know why it's got us lined up like this. I mean, so they can't get around behind us, but... I mean, this is awful. I want Pescara. Route 6. Oh, we've actually got landings in Anzio. Excellent. Okay, so we start in control of Ortana from a previous scenario, I guess. Because we didn't get Pescara last time. Now, we need Casino, which we actually took. But that's okay. We're going to get Anzio. So getting Casino is really all we need to do. But bonus objectives, we're trying to take Monte Cassino, yes. And we know how hard that was historically. We also need to try to get to Rome with the landings. And Route 6 and Pescara. Those are our bonuses. Now, what do we need to accomplish this? Let's zoom in a little bit. What is the... They're fortified. Extra supplies for a turn. Huh. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. So that's what we're going up against. We're going up against elite troops in the mountains. We could shell them with artillery from our side of the river, but it's not going to have a huge impact. What happened to all our armor? Here, there's some armor down in Napoli, but not really a lot. What's the situation? The bridge is blown. We can't rebuild it until after. If we're lucky... I mean, so here's where we breached the Gustav Line, right? The Gustav Line was along this river. We got this little bridgehead across the river as a reward for our previous situation. So if we can breach through here and hook up with the troops in Anzio, then we can come around and cut Route 6, which is the main supply route for everybody in this salient. And alternatively, if we can push through here and take... This is the other... I mean, unfortunately, this supply here is still going to supply them down in this direction. So we have to do more than just cut Route 6. We have to push in behind them here. All right. So... we might need to spend some prestige. What can we spend prestige on? This armor looks like it could use some more steps. We had one in reserve. Good. Priest wouldn't be bad. Really good for counterattacks, but, you know, that armored car we did like. I mean, the priest step adds some artillery, and it mobile artillery. It means they can move and then use suppressive fire or, you know, the other strikes. But I think the... yeah. Let's do it. That side looks like it's going to be the hardest hit. All right. And meanwhile, over here, let's see what we can do. Who needs engineers the most? The troops that are going to be doing the actual attack across a river. I mean, these guys are actually in a position to flank up behind Monte Cassino. I have a feeling that they would not get very good supply back there, if any. Supplies probably can't flow through mountains, as we kind of found out last time. But you know, there's a tunnel there. Can we take that road and get way behind them? Is that a viable option? Or is that counted as like... oh, well, the bridge is out, so that doesn't make it easy. I just wonder if this counts... where's that road end? It goes all the way back to here. I bet you we can. That's an interesting question. Or we can give Shermans or Rangers to these guys. Getting behind Monte Cassino would be great, but then you're out of supply. You can only make that second attack one time. Ooh, these guys are weak as hell. How many do we want to dedicate to this? I think we need to make these guys, since these guys are right in front, I want some anti-tank artillery. So we've deployed all of our reserves. Those didn't cost us any prestige for the most part. These guys also have some anti-tank built into them. So what about these guys over here? Nothing in reserve to deploy. Again, we can add the priest, and we already did to the only armored unit in this whole group. And really, there's not a lot of troops, is there, for us here? It's all on the U.S. 5th. I think these guys are going to be... I mean, they've got the specialists. I think we give them the engineers. And do we have any more... are these U.S. steps, maybe? Yes. No, these are Rangers. They're amphibious special forces, so they're almost as good as engineers. So that will help us make the crossing. But who do we give them to? I think we give them to these guys. Oh, they can't be given because they're not U.S. These guys have more steps, so maybe they're better to make the crossing attack. And a Sherman is kind of nice too. Once you get over there, having the extra armor to counteract the enemy's armor shifts. Not terrible. Alright, I think we've deployed everybody that we can. Now we have to decide if we want to spend any prestige to improve these units. I think this one, yes. Give them an infantry step. That's not very costly. And then these guys, too. They're elite. Now they're veteran. That's a mistake, probably. Can we undo that? Yes. Let's leave them as 5 steps in elite. Everybody else here has pretty good steps. Everybody here is full steps. I think, you know what? Could we get an engineer step here? No, it's not one we can buy. The U.S. can buy all kinds of things. Look at this. Ah, we should probably get a priest for this armor. This armor is kind of important to everything we do. And if they get an extra 6 on defense and the ability to do artillery, that's pretty good. And these guys should probably have artillery too, right? Now that wasn't a regular step, so they didn't lose their veterancy. Yeah. If they have artillery, then they can participate in the shelling of this thing. And I think you need artillery for a set-piece attack as well. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's check out our truck. Why do our trucks sit way back here? No way. Unacceptable. We're going to redeploy them to a more useful location. Like, I think we put one here. And we'll put one up this road. And now over here, we need a truck. No, what if we put it back here? Yes, that'll cover. Even around to this. I don't know what these guys are doing here. Except preventing a sneak attack across the river. I mean, they can shell it. They can do a set piece attack maybe across that river. We'll see. All right, I think we're ready to go, unless we want to move our HQs. These guys actually can move up. Just get over this bridge. And the U.S. 5th is in actually a really good position, because it can help everything along this line and the salient we have over here. Now, these guys and some paratroopers, it looks like. Yes, the 504th Airborne. How are we going to get... I mean, it's like, what do they have over here? We don't know. The Anzio landings, as I recall, historically did not go super well. Not right away. Ooh, we have an air supply available. That's kind of cool. Alright, so these guys can land there or there, and these guys can land there or there. Well, obviously they're going to land in Anzio. Otherwise, we're not going to have any supply. Anzio might not give us supply, actually, now that I think about it. It's not a supply center. We're getting boat supply for the coast, but that's it. Oh, we found an enemy, which is going to be very rough. Now, these guys can actually land in a lot of different places. The only place they can't land is the mountains. They can actually land on the supply route? Oh, damn. Does that seem like an amazing plan? Everybody here would be out of supply. Oh, no, because they can get it off the map right there, can't they? Yeah, they can. Damn. Well, you know, These guys in here would definitely be out of supply. There's no way they can trace over this mountain. But let's see, where else could the air unit be very useful? We could try landing in Rome, but I'm guessing they've got enemies in Rome. I do want to use an air recon. So, yep, they do have people there. Who knows what they have back here? What would be the most useful thing to do? They've got trucks here and here. So they can supply down this road or down this road. We've only got the one airborne. The airborne can stay in supply for a couple of turns, even if we drop them out of supply. So do we put them behind Monte Cassino to try to cut supplies? I don't think so. They're going to get rocked. Just hit from all sides. And they aren't very strong. They're elite, don't get me wrong, but they don't have any specialists, and they're not very strong because they have sort of light weapons. I think we help out this salient here. And we can do that by dropping right here. This would be a disaster, right? It would be a pretty big disaster. I think we drop them here. Because this is the weak unit. These two guys plus the paratroopers can all hit this unit. So let's do that. And, you know what I just noticed? That unit, we can hit with Naval Bombardment. We also have a Saturation Strike. But let's do the Naval Bombardment first. Technically, we could use it over there too, huh? But I think this breakout is more important. We're further along here than we normally would be. Okay, that helped. We'll get one more next turn, which we might use up here. And a Saturation Strike, I think we're going to use up here too. That HQ upgrade, I like the idea of it. And unfortunately, it's -2. Is there a place that the Saturation Strike could hit and not be -2? Is it because of the weather? It's probably because of the weather. Yeah, even this is a -1, and it shouldn't be. So maybe we hold off on the Saturation Strike, because that's only once per scenario. The air attacks we get every turn, so not using them makes no specific sense. And, ooh, that's rough. I think we're going to use the air attack here. Because if we can force these guys to retreat, then the armor can exploit through and get some more terrain. So maybe we wait on bringing in the airborne until we are sure what's going on with Monte Cassino. I think killing these guys out of supply, we could try. I want it to be true. But I don't know if we can push through here fast enough. We do a set piece attack here, which has a very low chance of reducing the enemy entrenchment. Nope. We had to try. Nope. Damn it. Hoping to get breaches and it's not happening. Alright, well, let's look for a Saturation Strike up here on a turn where it's not raining everywhere all the time. These guys can't actually move. Jesus! They're still holding out against us? Even with only one step left? The terrain and the weather is just awful. And we don't have artillery on our side for some reason. 50% chance of retreat, 50% chance of retreat. We want to make that a higher chance. Oh god, but it's -3. That's even worse. Gulp. Um... I think we're going to try it anyway. Damn. Alright. Well, one of these has to be... A set-piece attack isn't super useful. But for some reason, suppressive fire isn't even going to do anything. A feint attack has no effect. They don't have any... Oh, they do have entrenchment. So never mind. A set-piece attack has a good advantage here. So we've made a pretty good push here, which means... Where can these guys land? That is maximally disruptive. I think it's right here. Wipe out the rest of those Panzer Grenadiers. Cut off supply to these guys, maybe. Oh! Oh my! We found reinforcements. We're still probably going to wipe out those Panzer Grenadiers as per the plan. But my god, they're in trouble. At least the landings are safe from retaliation? Question mark? No, because these guys don't really have a ZOC, because we don't have control of the territory around them. They could just sweep around the airborne. But the airborne is now not really blocking supply, thanks to the damn trucks coming down this road. Maybe it would have been better to have the airborne go back here, just to block that road. But then they would have had plenty of... Ugh. Ugh. Alright, well, what does the US 5th have left? Only 3. Which means we can do a set-piece attack. We've reached that. That's good. They've also got a no-retreat order. But now, like... We can't do anything else. That was it. We breached their... These guys are going to switch places for sure. I mean, we can do A damage to them, but I don't think it's worth taking 2 losses from. Alright. Let's see. What haven't we done anybody with? No. 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 Oh, I forgot we had this armor. We'll try to take advantage of that. These guys in the woods are really, really well defended. We're going to need to use this saturation strike in the best place. But, yeah, you know what? We'll try it here. Everybody here is dug in. Everybody's dug in. Let's wait on the saturation strike. Oh, somebody is not in supply? Is that our... Well, I know they are not in supply. Everybody else is, though. Sorry, paratroopers. Well, I guess we could air supply you right now. What? What do you mean, bang? What do you mean, bang? Okay. I guess it means nobody's actually out of supply, so I can't use air supply. They're going to be out of supply. Ugh. I did stop them from getting to Anzio. I didn't actually look if we've got any reinforcements coming in via the landings. I hope so. We could try to make that bridgehead a little bigger. Ugh, those guys got supply disrupted. That's annoying. Alright, let's see. Yes, turn 3, the U.S. 43rd Infantry Division can land in Anzio, but... Oh, good. Okay. The armored cars told us there are enemies all around. Oh, yikes. But the good news is, the armor can come help out. This is all staying right where it is, I think. But our armor's going to punch through here, because if it can get to Rome, then maybe the airborne should have been here, but... Now this armor can punch through to here. I'm a little concerned if I put these guys in this spot, are they going to be able to hold it against that armor? Because they'll need to. Actually. I want them up in these mountains. Because they can definitely hold those mountains. You know what? That armor can't go in the mountains. We don't want to attack. Make them attack us. The weather is still bad everywhere. Alright. So now the naval bombardment that we get has to be somewhere useful. Let's put it... It's -2 because of that, but they're entrenched. Let's hit it here. We didn't get rid of the entrenchment, unfortunately. Why did these guys... What happened to their supply? Why don't they have access to their... artillery? Why can't I do a set-piece attack now? Well, that's really quite annoying. Actually, which one of these had the highest? It was these guys? Yeah. Breached and overrun. Fantastic. 3 KIA. Alright, that's what we like to see. Now the question was, could these guys just go over... No, there's a bridge there that needs to get repaired. And nobody's in range of it. Oh, well, the Americans are. We could fix it. But if I did, this whole line would just back up and block me, so that doesn't really help us. They're probably going to back up right now anyway, because we're threatening their supply source. And these guys could walk across this river next turn and block their supply, and then we'll definitely get Pescara. In an ideal world, this armor could also fly back this way and grab that supply and get to here. If they can get there, and these guys can get to Rome, these armor go to Rome, this entire thing is out of supply, and that would be brilliant. I don't know if we have enough time for it, but we'll try. So. What do we use the rest of our situation for? Does the weather get better? I wish there was a forecast, right? Oh, they get their own reinforcements on turn 4. think we take this. Yeah, that was real good. Now we'll try a regular bomb on that. Ugh, that was awful. So casino is still the place we need to try to get. And the main way we're going to... Well, okay, so we did... Last turn, we did manage to get rid of the entrenchment. Now, one of these has engineers, which are just the Free French. They've been out of supply for some reason. So let's resupply them. There we go. Now the engineers are supplied, so they're ready to go. They've got the best shot, but in order to give them a better shot, we want to... Yes. And these guys can add their artillery. These guys should be up here, actually. But these guys can still... Yeah! Oh! Oh, we took it! Hell yeah! Now, Monte Cassino, that's a whole nother story. But, I'm surprised we got to where we are anyway. So, these guys have a whole extra turn of supply if they're cut off. Okay, so we took all the main objectives. Route 6 we're supposed to take by next turn. And we're kind of threatening it right now. Somehow these guys are in range. Oh, that's good. They don't have any artillery, but they can do a pinning attack. And they have 12, 5, and 8. These guys have 12, 4, and 9. 6 of one, half dozen of the other, huh? And the armor shift is negated because these guys have their stupid anti-armor. Oh, and they've also got Stoogs. Yes. Can this armor get up there? Hell yeah, it can. Can that armor do anything? We're about to find out. Cross your fingers. Oh, okay. That wasn't great. Still not a great time for the saturation strike, or is it? I wish I could bomb bridges and get them trapped somewhere. I think this might be the place. I don't want a chance taking friendly losses there. Oh, wow, that was good. I mean, we can't attack, really. Unless we do some pinning attacks. No, we used all of our HQ stuff. This is a nice long range on the HQ. I think we're about to hit the end of the tether, though, there. Pretty soon. Like, we need this road right here. Alright, who hasn't moved? Who hasn't attacked? Well, you're definitely not attacking. And you have no way to do any other kind... Oh, you can do suppressive fire. That's interesting. It must be yeah, it costs less. Very low chance of suppressing, but... Oh, wow, we actually breached them. Fantastic. I don't want you there anymore. I changed my mind. I want these guys up there because they have artillery. Oh, well. Now, the British 8th still has a few CPs. Best we can do is a pinning attack, though, because none of our artillery is available. They definitely don't want to fight. Not that armor. No siree. Alright, that appears to be the end of that. How's our supply is good across the entire line. We've got 2 trucks in reserve if we absolutely need to. We've got these guys cut off from reinforcements. I hope this holds. I'm not sure it will. I should have given like a no retreat order now that I think about it. I'm not sure if the British have the capability to do that, but hey, they have their own air? That's not cool. They got rid of a truck there. Yeah, it makes sense because it is out of supply. Alright, so these guys are the strongest, so they're going to go right through here. And our armor can't pass through. Damn it. These guys aren't out of supply. These guys could be out of supply. There's a chance each turn, but... Can these guys be given like a no retreat order? They can. They may take higher losses, but we're willing to take that risk. We need that spot to stay open. Because if you can cross into here, this is finally takeable. Jesus, they had so many more reinforcements than I thought they would. It's way harder than... Alright, but here is the U.S. 45th Infantry Division with some towed artillery. You know, the road to Rome is actually pretty empty, to be honest. Oh, they're gone. Huh. Okay. Ugh. 12, 5, and 8 versus 9. Yeah, these guys are better off putting the pinning attack while these guys come in for the real thing. Alright. Unfortunately, neither of... Well, you know, that's a real dangerous situation. Let's not put them in that situation. Oh, these guys can't make it either? Really? Can't make it up the road? Okay. Kind of wanted to take that hex now that it's empty, but... Wait a minute. They can get to Rome right now. Nope, not quite. Good try, I guess. But now, oh, we should have sent these guys. Now they're blocked. All right, but this, what has this done? Anything good? No, not enough. Crap. Out of range of the HQ. Alright, well, let's see what we've got going on down here. This armor is at least kind of shielded from the main attack here. These guys are probably going to attack it, maybe successfully. We've got one more air recon if we really want to. I should have air reconned Rome before sending my weakest force up there. But, you know, to be honest, I don't think these guys could have broken through that either. That's 7? He's got 7 steps in there? Damn. Fallschirmjägers. Who knew? breached and overrun. Booyah. Monte Cassino is officially... Oh! I didn't mean to do that. Shit. I was going to say they're officially out of supply. And they're not going to lose their damn entrenchment, though, which is annoying. And I accidentally clicked on them. Farg. Now, we don't have any points left. We can't fix this damn bridge. I want to fix the damn bridge. Okay. And in the north, we already did that, huh? These guys can't move. Oh, this armor actually has a shot. I didn't know that. Alright, I think we did 2 for 1 there. It would be nice if there was a little log I could quickly consult. Oh, score sheet. Look at that. Plus 40% of what? Anticipated total? I don't know. We don't have any more CPs over here. Ugh. This is just as good an attack. It's actually better on defense, this one is. So this is a bad attack. Next turn, we'll maybe have some more bombers we can use to help them out. All right. Oh, who's out of supply? These guys are out of supply. Crap. Well, we can air supply them next turn, because I don't think adding a truck here is going to do it. No, it won't. We couldn't repair that bridge because we didn't save any CP. Oh well. We've got the air supply. We can use it. Because we absolutely completely botched the paradrop. But anywhere we dropped them back there, they would have been just collapsed upon, I think. And they would have been out of supply. Out of, I know. I said go ahead already. Good thing that was ineffective. Oh, they're coming back to try and defend Rome. They moved their HQ back, huh? Well, that wasn't as... Oh, yeah, I didn't get Route 6. Damn it. That could have been an HQ. We can still get Pescara, and we likely will. Because these guys actually have a good shot at it. Now, I could also sneak along here. Pescara doesn't need to be taken by until turn 6. If I move here, they're all going to move these guys back by 1, but it's not going to stop me from taking this. I think that's what I do. These guys can move up to here. These guys can guard the HQ with their zones of control. And then this will just do 1 damage to Pescara. which next turn... Oh, actually will let us take it. Aha, so the British 8th could specialize in pinning attacks, which is actually good. I do that quite a bit, and it costs 3 right now. And I'll save my prestige for the next situation. The armor can make it! Oh no. They can come back across the road. Unless we force them to retreat further. God damn it. I had to do that, but now they can come back and take the HQ. Oh, wait a minute. That's not a take and hold, is it? It's just a take. So if they do come back, it'll block our supply, but then we'll be able to murder them with these guys, I think. All these guys are going to be out of supply, which is great. Is the British 8th out of... No, it's got lots of CPs. I didn't notice I had those. Probably from a shattered unit or something. How about the US 5th? Does it have anything I missed? No, just Free French that we can't actually do anything with. So we're going to supply these guys by air right now. We're definitely going to fix that bridge so I don't forget about it this time. And now I think we're going to pound Monte Cassino with artillery. Or a set-piece attack. They're not in range because the bridge is out. That's right. Maybe a pinning attack looks like 25% chance to reduce. You know what? We can pin 3 of them and then send the engineers up there. Oh, we can't pin them. Not enough command points. Ugh. I didn't realize pinning attacks are so expensive for the Americans. Ugh. That's the best we got. Didn't happen. Definitely not going in there now. Oh well. So the bridge will come online and they'll get their supply back, but it's not going to be enough. Who do we need to hit along this line? Those guys. Damn. Oh, they're rear guarding anyway. I don't know why they'd go all the way around just for a regular attack, but, you know. Yeah, unfortunately that armor is a little weak. Maybe we keep this back a step just to make sure we don't lose it. Unfortunately, the 5th is really stretched thin. I think we can do 1 artillery strike somewhere. No dice. All right. Now we can move the HQ. How... Yeah, it's pretty close to helping those guys in the north there by Rome. I wish I could see the range right now. But, okay, this is perfect. This is exactly where we want to be. These guys are still in range, so they can still do pinning attacks and stuff. Unfortunately, our operations needs to recover next turn, so pinning attacks, feint attacks is what I should say. Okay. These guys actually have nowhere really to go. We definitely don't want that. We want to keep the rest of that army safe, because it's not really useful anymore. It can't really attack. It's got the M10s, but it's just going to get pounded if it just does anything. Does HQ Britain have... Yeah, it has attacks. Let's do... These guys can't recover any suppression we inflict upon them. So let's do some pinning attacks. And our supply is actually guaranteed along that route. Oh, they've got a no retreat order. But yeah, so this guy can't recover any of that because they're out of supply. So next turn, they'll still have the ability to fight, but the turn after that, they'll start losing steps and be pretty useless. Unfortunately, that's when the game ends. So we'll see. I mean... Oh, they're not weak. It's the ones below them. I need these guys to attack Monte Cassino on a future turn. So, definitely these guys are just going to chill. Alright, let's see. Who's out of supply? Is it the same people as last time? Oh, over here we have somebody out of supply. So, let's fix that with a truck. Anybody else? Yes, but that's going to get fixed when the bridge comes up this turn. Ooh, no, 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 no. Oh, they didn't attack us, though. So we'll get some of those steps back from supply. As long as he... Yep, he's in supply. He got them all back. Excellent. Intel recovered. Oh, the Intel's HQ has recovered. So the operation still hasn't recovered, so we can only do suppressive fire with the Americans at the moment. So they're finally out of supply. Good. Good. Shell them. Shell them to death! I don't think we're going to get Rome, but we're really trying to get Monte Cassino here. They're not recovering any of those suppressed steps, so next turn we can attack them from all directions and get Monte Cassino. It's going to be bloody, but here is the next move. Goodbye to supply for everybody over there. Goodbye, my baby. Goodbye, my honey. Goodbye, my ragtime gal. These guys kind of have to stay exactly where they are, though. It's not great. So the armor actually could go further down here, but I think if it goes too much farther, it might just be in trouble of being overextended. Here, it's guarding this entire stretch from attacks from the Rome direction and from the southern direction. When it comes back next turn, it can come down here and do some damage. But for now, it's kind of just where it is. So, Rome is the only other one we're supposed to try and get. We're going to take Monte Cassino. We missed Route 6. But we want Rome. to that end... Oh, we got lucky. Okay. I think we used up all of the... Yeah, we used up all the HQ steps, though. I think we can weaken them, though. We can knock them down. Those guys are all... They're not all out of supply. Why not? Oh, but they're coming right around the corner here. We got to cut that off. Now they're all out of supply. These guys will be defending. Oh, they have a no retreat there, so they took extra losses. That's good. Oof, they took even more losses there. I don't want to move them forward. You know what? There's a river. Do it! Do it! Oh! Got it. Was it worth it? Maybe. Probably. Could be. So next turn, we got to take Monte Cassino. We got to do it. And the game's not going to give me credit for killing these guys out of supply, I think. But maybe. Because it ends on that turn. Actually, I don't have to worry about... Unless there's something... No, we're good. We can come down here. He's out of supply, though, isn't he? So we can put a truck right here. Nope. Let's not put it there. Let's put it somewhere else. Further down the road for him. All right. Unfortunately, the 5th HQ is not going to be needed near Monte Cassino. Actually, Monte Cassino is the only place it's needed. So let's keep it right where it is. I think we got it. I think we got it, people. Monte Cassino is now fully suppressed. So what we really need is a set piece to knock out their entrenchment. Oh, their entrenchment is gone, actually. So we just need to attack them. There it is. Whew. And all these guys out of supply. Look at that. I don't even need to attack you. You're just gonna die. He's the only one that's coming close to getting him back in supply, though. I don't want that. More points for prisoners. Oh, what have I done? There we go. Okay. Thought they might have an opportunity to sneak around here. All right. Well. Probably didn't need to do that one, actually. I thought it would be easier. Okay. Anyway. I think we're good. Oh, we got air attacks. We can inflict some more damage if we want to. There we go. Slopes of St. Benedict and an early fall of Rome. Good jobs. Good jobs. Congratulations, everybody. So that, we're going to the next conference. I don't know how good our score is compared to other players. But, let's do it. Let's go to the next conference. We've got a decent amount of prestige. Oh! We get to pick our strategic plans. Hold north of Rome or rush for the Appians. Wow. Oh, we can start spending prestige on the Overlord armies. That's interesting. I think we might want to do that because they probably start pretty crappy. The British second. The Big Red one. Actually, that was a division, wasn't it? I think it was in... Was it in Patton's army or was it in Bradley's army? Everybody here at least has the 8 truck asset, so I'm happy with that range. It's pretty good. But if the Americans can't even do set-piece attacks, I feel like we're going to have a problem. Those are expensive. Holy crap. Those are real expensive. Let's just do one. Transferring step is actually really good, too. If you have a weakened army, or a weakened division, you can give them to a stronger division to make stronger, better attacks. Alright, hopefully that's the last truck we'll worry about with regards to the 5th. Hello, Alexander Kuna. It's pretty good. The first Unity command is described as like a beginner-level wargame. I'd call this a little more intermediate-level wargame. Certainly when compared to, like, some of the really complicated ones, even computer-simulated ones. It's more of an intermediate level. Oh, I don't know how to spend the rest of this prestige. Let's look at the cards one more time. I mean, those naval bombardments are phenomenal. I don't know if I want to spend 45 prestige to get 3 uses in a single scenario. Player keeps card if unit survives. A commando brigade. That's kind of cool. I think we want that. Now we've got 45 left. Damage bridge or supply hub behind the enemy? That sounds amazing. Let's take that. And what do we have left? 25? Is there anything we can get here? We can give better logistics to the British 8th. Or we can give a better force pool to the American 5th. I think I'm going to get the force pool one. I haven't used this, but I should. Security unit. To play up to 3 infantry steps from the HQ force pool as a security unit. So that's an interesting option. I don't think I've ever found a good use for that. Alright, so next we're going to have to decide... Oh, actually... If I want to rush for the Appians, then it's going to cost me. So that's a rush around the right-hand side. That's a non-historical option. But it says 50. Does that mean it costs me 50 prestige to take it? It must mean that, right? Oh, we get to zoom in on the Northern Europe map because it's coming up. Yeah, let's approve the plan and do a little historical, non-historical thing. Maybe we can do better. An ahistorical track. Oh, it's substantially more difficult. Interesting. Partly because I'm giving up 50 CP for this. I think Hoi 4 is probably more complicated to learn than this. Because a lot of the interesting, complex elements in this game are happening under the hood. You can just, compare, what's my attack capability? Oh, I am probably going to lose 0. They're probably going to lose 1. You don't have to know why that is. It'll show you, and you can hover over and go, oh, okay, the mountains are helping them. You don't have to know how the mountains are helping them or why or how much. You can just know that mountains help defense. Okay, good, no problem. And hey, this armor's probably going to do good against infantry in the open. Yep, that shows when you hover over stuff. If I have this attached artillery, I can use it to do some special attacks. Okay, that's all I need to know. I don't have to know how that changes the odds or what the odds are. So that, you can still play it without knowing all the deep mechanics. Whereas Hearts of Iron 4, man, you're going to be flailing if you don't understand how all the production works and why it works the way it does. So that's how I'd say this is an easier one to get into. If that makes sense. I think, should we go for the ahistorical, more difficult track? I think we're going to take it. Now we got to see what we're doing here. All of them have at least 8 trucks. That's good. We determined we wanted to spend at least some CP on the Overlord armies. Now that we're given the ability to. But then everything else we should spend down here. So let's increase the size of the U.S. 5th Army, because that kind of boned us a little bit last time. Now we've got 45. I think we want... Yeah, I think we want the commando. Hey. Oh, I can't because it's 50. Damn it. Well, if we're going up along the coast, let's get a battleship bombardment. I'll take it. That'll be perfect. All right, so we now know next time we're going for rush for the Apennines and then road from Rimini. So instead of getting bogged down north of the Gustav Line, we're heading around it up the coast as fast as we can. I think this is like an equivalent to a market garden strategy.